Hi, this is Albert Conejero of the Spanish Melodic Doom metal band Evadne, and you're listening to the Bloodshed with the Vampire of Messiah Metal Radio International.
Albert, thank you very much for taking time out for this interview, and I want to welcome you to the Metal Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Thank you very much for you, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, Albert, the band has just released a compilation album, The Throne of Our Souls, less than a year ago. This was on September 5th, 2019. It was something that we all talk about and we all suffer from, one more than the other. But how is the year gone for the band, especially with all these shows cancelled due to this COVID-19?
Well, the situation is very complicated here in Spain. There's a lot of places closed, there's no shows, nothing is moving in the music world. And for us, it's not a problem, I tell you. We are recording a new album, so we have no shows confirmed, and all our time are going to be dedicated to this new album. And for us, it's not a big problem. We can make by Skype sessions with the other band members, and we are working this way.
So in Valencia, in Spain in general, the shops, the stores, everything is still closed down, or now you're starting already running again?
No, it's not everything closed. The pubs, the bars and restaurants are opened with very few people and not going outside of his home, and are very afraid of the virus, and it's complicated.
Well, I hope things start moving very soon, because the more waited to start things moving, the longer it will take and the more expensive it gets.
It's going to be expensive to solve this problem, but true is that a lot of people dying. It's going to be expensive, but it's necessary to be at home and to take this time without gigs, without theaters, without cinemas, because it's for the people that are not taking care, it's going to be difficult to have their life again as they have before the virus.
Albert, Evadne is a Spanish melodic doom death metal band formed in 2003 in Valencia, influenced by the usual bands of the 90s. The band's sound is based on a melancholy, a desperate and devoted attempt to establish a band sound that cries for the deepest, most arcane and saddest feeling in human: solitude, despair, sorrow, and hatred. Evadne first started in early 2000 under the name Hexenprozesse. The band made its first step combining many musical styles like melodic death metal and black metal and molding them into a unique and particular style. What made you guys gone in a totally different path than what you started with Hexenprozesse, and why have you decided to rename the band as Evadne?
As you see, you can't pronounce Hexenprozesse properly, and a lot of people can't do it, so we need to change the name. And Evadne is a semi-goddess of the Greek mythology that dies by love, and this romantic idea, we think it's okay for what we want to present in our music. I think that we don't change radically the style. We are still making death metal mixed with other styles, but it's true that when we formed Evadne, we decided to make the doom metal the base of the other styles.
Yeah.
But in the past of the times, we are changing this not so doom metal and more melodic. The band is changing step by step. A decision in that time we make.
You're much more comfortable doing the doom death instead of doing melodic death.
I think it's not the comfort or not. We are exploring new sounds, new compositions, and I think it's a normal way of doing it.
Albert, I will kindly ask you, if you don't mind, could you please present us the current band lineup?
Okay, Evadne lineup in 2020 is Jose in the bass, Josan in the guitars, Joan in the drums, and I in the vocals. 1 month ago, one of the members left the band. He wanted to change something in his life, and he decided to go away and start new projects. So for the moment, we are 4, and we're looking for a 5th member of Evadne.
So who left the band, you said?
Marc, and we are looking for a new guitarist, but for the moment it's complicated. We can't see people outside of our circle.
Yeah.
I think in few months we can start to testing new members.
Especially, Albert, for our listeners or fans that don't know the band as yet. The band first release was back in 2004, a 3-song demo in the bitterness of our soul. A couple of years later, performing a bunch of show in the Iberian Peninsula and being added to a number of compilations, Evadne started the hard work of focus in what would be their full-length album, The 13th Condition, which was released independently on January 15, 2007, with 9 songs full of melancholic and mourning atmosphere, and with important collaboration from the likes of Lady Knot, singer and violinist of Nara Leon. How was the band's debut full-length album being received by fans, by critics?
At that time, we were very happy with the receipt of the critics, of the people. We're starting to show off our music to the world. It's very strange. We are starting to receive messages from Japan, from Holland, from Norway. We're very happy.
I remember that was back in November 2008. The band was included in Spain Kills Volume 9 Doom Metal with the song I Will Place Them. This Spanish band compilation was released by the label Stream Music Worldwide. How had this song been selected to be part of this Spanish Kill Volume 9 album?
It's a long time ago, but I think that we don't choose the song. It's the discography who chooses it. They think this is the better song for the compilation, and we agree.
And you guys were happy, satisfied, surprised that one of your song of this debut album appeared on a compilation like this?
This song appeared in this compilation, but it's not the first song of Evadne that appears in a compilation. But yes, it's nice to be part of this compilation. It's part of, I think, were 5 or 7 CDs, death metal, black metal, doom metal, and we appear in the doom metal one. You can get all the collection of one song of each Spanish band. It's nice to be there.
To continue with this interview, Evadne obtained great reviews across the world and became one of the dreams in monochrome most promising national bands growing in the doom metal genre, and sharing stage with other important bands in the same genre like Swallow the Sun, Hexenprozesse, Hellethorn, Dawn of Tears, Tears of Martyr, among others. How was the band's experience setting stage with all of these great bands in the genre?
Well, all the bands you say, we consider it friends. I remember with Hexenprozesse we have a very great friendship, and of course with Hellethorn, with Autumnal, we speak sometimes regularly with the members of that band. The word is we are friends.
Talking about the bands that in the genre are very great bands, they all have new album out as well. I mean, Swallow the Sun 2019, Hexenprozesse as well. We had a chance to interview them, as well as Hellethorn we interviewed last year. Great guys. We met them on the road as well.
Sure.
Throughout 2009, Evadne focused shaping and creating their second studio release, a concept album full of despair, melancholy, and dark passages, harmonizing with the band's new concept which they wanted to transmit to the masses. The period also brought some long-suffering lineup changes. The band's second full-length, The Shortest Way, released on April 2nd, 2012 via Solitude Productions. What a great album, I must say, The Shortest Way, with solid tunes like One Last Dress for One Last Journey, The Wanderer, Gloomy Garden, to mention some. Was the band surprised and yes, happy with the success received with this album?
Yes, of course. The songs you say are my favorite songs. We are very happy with the result, with the master of Dan Suano, with the mix of Sergio. This album was special because the first professional and the first really work that we do.
How come you decided to work with Solitude Production releasing this album?
Well, we sent the music to some, and only 2 or 3 response to us, and the best conditions are with Solitude Productions, and we think that's the best way to release this album because they are specialized in doom metal. So it's one of the things that decided us to go with the Russian.
On December 20, 2014, that was, 2 years later, Albert, you guys released an EP called The Throne of Light. Could you tell us what it's all about, this limited EP, and who was all the guest musicians you guys invited on this album?
This album was the 10th anniversary of the first release of the band, so we decided to make something special. And we started making a brainstorming, and at the end we decided, why not one song of each release re-recorded and make it with West musicians? And we start to contact, and Joan from Fosco, support Natalie Koskinen for Shape of Despair, accept the chance, and we make this special EP, 4 songs.
If I may ask, have you met these jazz musicians in person as well? You guys did a live show together playing these songs?
No, I'm thinking, but no. With Joan, we played it 2 times, but was just before the release.
Okay. The third album, A Mother Named Death, by the leaders of the Spanish Doom death metal scene, Evadne, was released on June 26, 2017 via, again, the Russians Solitude Productions after the strong success of the previous album, The Shortest Way, in 2012. Yet this album is characterized by heavy guitars, strong rhythm line, gloomy keyboards, and growly performances in combination with parties of pure vocals. And all these things make the music of Evadne diverse, emotional, and fascinating.
Esmel
listen to a modern named Death focuses you to uncover your feelings every time. What a great album once again, I must say, Albert.
Thank you.
Yes, other than The Shortest Way, which was mixing mastered, as you said, by Dan Suano, who all work with the band like November Doom, Asphyx, Bloodbath, etc. For the third album, yeah, you did it with Sergio Peiro at SP Studios. How was the work done with Sergio for the recording and mixing, and why have you decided to work with Peiro this time?
Well, we decided to make it with Sergio Peiro because we make all the recordings with them since the shortest way, I think. And he's a great professional, a best friend, and in his studio we have all that we need for our sound. We don't need to go to another place, so it's very easy because he lives in 30 kilometers more or less from our home. We can go in half an hour. It's very easy to work with this man. With the mixing, we think it's important to be there in this place while the mixing is done. Dan Swan lives in Sweden. We are in Valencia, and Dan make what he think is better. At this time, we can stay with Sergio, and I think it's more harder, but it's more great because you stay in all the process of the music. And Sergio works in his studio, but for the master, he goes to another studio in Spain. It's very, very important with a lot of Grammys and things like this. And we are happy with the result in working with Sergio. We don't want to change for the moment.
Yeah, I noticed that the quality of this album is very, very, very good. An excellent album. I love, yes, to say most of the songs on this album. This album contains 8 killer songs. To talk about this album and to talk about some of the songs that you guys have on this great album, the band released some great videos in promotion of the release of the album. Yes, a mother named Death. Among them, I must say, a Morning Star featuring Anna Carolina, which I believe is the same Anna Carolina from Morning Sun. This video was released back on July 19, 2017, followed by The Morn of Oceans. Wow, Albert, I think this is the closer of the album, which touches my heart much harder than all the rest of the songs. And I must say, this video was released on December 11, 2018. Not to forget Scars That Bleed Again, released May 25th, 2019. Would you like to share some detail with us about this video, please?
Scars That Bleed Again, we recorded in Barcelona, and I think I remember it as very hard. We stay all the day making planos, making re-recording, and again and again and again. And then at the end, we have to drive 4 hours to arrive home. It's very hard, but the man that make the video have a lot of taste, and the final result is very, very nice. You can see. And the other videos, we decided to don't participate directly with the recording. It's for that in the Morn of the Oceans, and the rest of the videos we don't appear.
Okay, but how was it, the collaboration done with Anna Carolina?
In each album, we want to collaborate with some people, and for this album, Joan, I think, knows Anna Carolina via Skype or something. We asked her to collaborate with us, and at the second, Anna said yes, and the final result is spectacular. I think it's one of the best voices of the doom metal in nowadays. And Dana is a very great people. Anna shared the stage with us a pair of times, singing this song.
I guess she did a collaboration with Clouds as well, right?
Yes, with Clouds, yes.
Yeah. I had this great opportunity to interview Daniel Nagwe from Clouds.
Nice man.
Yeah, he's also working with Union Sorrow, with Gogo Melone. To continue with this, almost the last part of this interview, the band released their last album, The Throne of Our Soul, that was last December 5th, 2019, via Armenian label Funere. The compilation album contains the remix and remaster songs of EP The Throne of Light, including a live session of songs Colossal. In addition, it contains also Like Atlas, a cover of a Vision Triste song made for their 25th anniversary of their record Born to Lose, Doomed to Die, and a song from Demo In the Bitterness of Our Souls. Albert, what else would you like to share with us about this compilation album you guys just released? release, and why have you decided to add this official 3 song like Atlas to this compilation album?
We stayed in a Belgian festival playing, and there's Pim of Hexenprozesse, and he asked us to make a song for the 20 years anniversary, and we think, okay, it's a nice opportunity. We recorded like Atlas. At the same time, the first EP of the band was sold out. So we think, wow, we have 1 song here, we have 3 songs there that have no CDs, and the live session of Colossal. We have the video, but we have the audio too. So we have, why we don't put it all together in a EP while we are working on a new album? So we speak with Solitude Productions, but they are not interested, and that people of the Armenian Conejero was interested, and we released the CD.
Yeah, Pim Blankenstein, another great guy that I had this great opportunity to interview. I met him on the road too in Holland. He's a very nice guy too, and great voice.
Yes. One of the voices that I listened when I was young. Yes, and then work with him is a pleasure every day that we stay together.
Yeah, I really have to thank Pim Blankenstein. Through him, I got a chance to talk to Daniel Nagwe, because he collaborated with Daniel as well.
Yes, in this festival, Pim was singing with Claude.
You ever tour with Claude, or you guys play on the same festivals, or you has not worked with Claude as yet?
With Claude, we only play once, but with Officium, we play 5, 7, 9 times. I don't remember. We play a lot of time with Pim and company.
Okay, Robert Hoyem, who all work with bands like Evoken, Camphor, Majestic, Downfall, Hellevon, etc., was responsible of this awesome cover artwork for the album The Shortest Way, released last April 12, 2012. Who handled that part this time for both albums? A Modern Name Death in 2017, this full-length album, and The Throne of Our Soul, this compilation of 2019.
The Modern Name Death cover was made by Xavi Forné. It's a Catalan man that make cartels and make layouts for bands, and we are very happy with the results and with the cover. And the Armenian release was made by Vladimir Prokofiev of Painted Black Designs.
These were not album cover that you guys discovered, that you guys looked for, and that was already painted. I mean, something that is done specially for Evadne, specially painted for you guys, specially done for you guys.
Yes, every time is made for us. We want to show one in the book, and we say, please, we want this one. We have this one idea. Please make what you think. And this, the part of the artist is shape our idea.
So if I see the one that you did for The Throne of Our Soul, the 2019 compilation, I see like the tunnel and this lady with a knife, like wanted to stab herself and the heart with this knife.
Yes, committing suicide in the Evadne DNA.
You know, that's something very particular of this album. Even though when I listened to the 2012 album, The Shortest Way album, after the EP in 2014, I was spending, to see when will Evadne come with something new. And when you guys released the first single and you guys showed the cover artwork of A Modern Name Death, it was something like impressive. It was something gorgeous. I think you got a lot of reaction from fans, from media, from everywhere, I'm sure, because the cover artwork.
Well, it's nice. We hope to make the same in the new one.
The band last June 6, 2020 did a live performance streaming via SP Studio. Yes, I just saw it in full. What an awesome presentation, I must say, Albert. How was this gone, and how was the reaction from the fans? And for fans who still like to collaborate, what should they do?
The reaction was very great. I think we don't dream in so much people watching it. There's a lot of people. The realization was very hard. We stay at the studio at 10 in the morning, more or less, checking sounds, checking lights, checking sounds again, more lights, checking videos. Very hard to start at the programmed hour. It's very hard to make it, but the final result is very nice. I watch it and we put it in YouTube channel, and I think it's very nice. It's the only one that can do included by the band, and we make it, and we are very happy with the show.
For those that for one or other reason couldn't follow you on that special night, but when they see this or now that they hear about it, they go see it, and if they still want to collaborate with the band and donate, what should they do?
During the concert, there was opened a way to send money if you want, and a lot of people put money. A lot of people put 6.66 euros.
Yeah.
It was nice because it can compensate part of the expense we have to make the video.
Okay, but what I mean that they can still collaborate on the Bandcamp?
I think it is not open at this moment. If someone wants to collaborate, can buy our stuff, our CDs, t-shirts, and things like that. Of course, and it's going to be welcome. And thanks in advance if you do it.
Okay, Albert, what will the band be doing for this coming year, and when will be your first live performances be?
For the moment, we have nothing clear. We want to start recording the new album in January, February, so I think that next year, the first part of the next year is going to be for recordings, mixings, and things like that, and we hope if we can, in the autumn of 2021, we can start to make concerts, but I think that before it's going to be impossible. Not us, everyone.
Since you're talking about you guys started recording, my next question is, when will we be able to get the new release of the band? That's going to be anytime mid of the year or end of the year?
Second part of the 2021, I think. Before it's going to be impossible.
Is there anything you want to reveal about this album name or?
For the moment, we got 8 tracks, but the name is the last one in what we think. Well, the songs are made, the songs are recorded in our home. We are now making voices, making arrangements and things like this. But for the moment, we have not artwork and we have no name. We have the name of a pair of songs, but it's not relevant for the moment because it can change.
Okay. When do you think that you guys will be able to premiere the first single?
We don't think it in that, but sure it will say to the rest of the members of the band and we can do it. But for the moment we don't know. Because I told you the studios are in Gandia, one of the places with more infected by the virus. We can have a plan, but maybe Monday the government close all this area and our plans go
down the drain. Okay, Albert, I want to thank you very much for having made this interview possible. I want to hand you over the microphone of Madam Messiah Radio for you to invite all your friends, all your fans to support the band, to buy the band's earlier albums, and to buy their last full-length masterpiece, A Modern Named Death, if they have not buy it as yet. This album was released June 2017. I highly recommend you to have it in your collection, even though the album has been out already for almost 3 years, but I mean, you deserve, and the album deserve, the band deserve for you to have it. This is a master of an album. If you really love the Doom Death, you must have this Evadne full-length album, A Modern Named Death. And if you didn't buy the 2012, The Shortest Way, I recommend that too. I love both albums. The first album, as you said, was a little bit different, but
we are younger.
The 5 years the band waited to release The Shortest Way has made a great impact on the band and on your guys as musicians.
That's right. The change we need to make something serious to improve our talent in the music.
What I mean to say, yes, you have to get all the band's releases, so make sure you look for them, buy these albums, and not to forget the last release, the compilation of 2019, The Throne of Our Souls. This is an outstanding compilation, so please do so. Go order them right now. Okay, Albert, before we leave, for fans that wants to buy the band's merchandises, what do you guys still have available right now as merch?
We have t-shirt, we have all the releases of the bands. We are thinking make new stuff because we have very few things. That's all, I think. Thank you very much for your words. I think if the people buy the CD are not going to be defeated, and I think they're going to like it, both albums and the compilation. We are sure of that.
Talking about t-shirt, do you have t-shirt with a logo of each of the albums that you guys released before?
I don't enter in the webshop in a long time, but I think there's a stock of each album, yes.
Okay. In any other size, I mean, in all sizes. Yes.
For the moment, we are waiting some stuff, but in this complicated moment, the people that work for us making the t-shirts are not working properly because coronavirus. They are in Barcelona, one of the worst places to be there now. And if there's not stock in a few week times, we are going to replace all the stocks.
Okay. Albert, I want to hand you over the microphone of Madam Messiah Radio for you to thank whomever you wants to thank.
First of all, thank you, Jacobo, for this chance and for your words about our albums. And I want to say to all of the people that the virus is not a joke. I know people that die by this virus, and so please stay safe and take care. Make what you can to don't get infected.
Albert, I'd like you to say hello to the rest of the band members.
Okay.
Josan, Jose, Joan. I wish you all the best for you, for your family, for the band members, and for each and everyone in Spain. I hope it gets better very soon there, and I hope for the good of the metal scene and the band itself that all the shows can start running again, so the metalheads can start meeting each other at the festivals, because we cannot wait any longer to be at festivals. We have lost this year. I think this is enough. I mean, 1 year, we're talking about all the festivals are cancelled since March up to now of summer, and I hope that at least for December we can have all the festivals start running. Yes, I wish you all the best for the compilation album you have now for like 8 months out, and I wish you all the best with the working, with the process, with the producing of the new upcoming album.
Thank you very much. I wish you all the best too. Please stay safe. It's very serious. It's true. We want to go to festivals and go to gigs now. I have the tickets for some bands I'm looking from here is in the stage, and it's cancelled twice, and we need it. As you say, all the metalheads need now the live, the gig. We need it. Playing and watching is being very hard for the moment.
To tell you the truth, before I close down here with this interview, I've been around to many festivals, and all of them in Europe, and just seeing a band, streaming is nothing compared to being there, to be on field, to be here on the festival, to meet with the people, to have a drink with you, to headbang with you, to sing the band's song where they are playing. The streaming is not nothing that compares to what you feel at the festivals.
I know. But for the moment is what we have to do. Stay at home and don't have a lot of contact with other people.
As you say, Albert, once again, I wish you all the best. Be safe, be good. Like I always say, metal on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.